What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Does this car look familiar? Does it look familiar? What about that carburetor right there? That carburetor, I know whose carburetor that is. I don't know if y'all know whose it is or not. This is the Street Racing channel. This is the last giveaway car, the Mustang. My buddy Keith, he's been hanging out with us for a few months. Gosh, it's been probably about 3 or 4 months now, 4 months, 5 months. And he's been hanging out with us, and he won this car. Can you believe that? So he just went up there this weekend and got it. So let's talk to him real fast. You saw him on Billy's channel last time. He said that if you have a Corvette that cams real hard, you can get it. You can trade them. He was, but he was pretty impressed with the Corvette. So I imagine he's going to be buying a T-shirt to try to win the Corvette too. Wonder if they've ever had 2 people in a row win. I'm buying a T-shirt too. I'm going to try to win a Corvette. Check it out. All right, guys. So this is Mr. Keith. Y'all seen Keith on our channel some. Keith, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Now you've got another car too. What's your other car? It's a
23 Camaro.
Camaro. Yeah.
And it's underneath the cover right here.
I said Fox body. I didn't call your Camaro a Fox body.
But yeah, there's a few things we need to do. Got to take this carburetor off and send it back to Bill because that's for his Monte Carlo.
So I just texted Bill. I just got over here a minute ago. I've never seen this car in person. He just went and got it this past weekend, just a couple days ago, and they got it running. And Billy, was Tommy involved too, or was it just Billy?
Just Billy.
It's all Billy.
I think Tommy walked in and called him or asked him what he was doing.
So he took that carburetor right off of the Monte Carlo.
Yep, took it right off of Monte Carlo, put it on this car, and it worked great. The air is different down here. We're going to have to make some changes, but it's going to be minor, but it still runs fine. It's just we need to tweak it a little bit because down here, the air is fat, way fatter than Ohio. Like, I didn't want to come home. When I went up there,
right?
It's different.
Oh,
it's a different deal up there. It's nice.
So I just took a picture of the carburetor and sent it to Bill and said, I found this at the pawn shop. Do you need it? He just laughed out loud. He's probably throwing his phone in the background. He's like, I can't believe my carburetor's in North Carolina.
He knows that's a lie.
That is, yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Yesterday.
Yep.
We're gonna take it off and send it back tomorrow. So it's gonna be on the way.
So he'll have it in a couple days. So this is an ATM carburetor. Now this one is a blow-through carburetor that is set up for this combination. So E85, same thing. It should be one of the big differences. Look at those bowls, man. The bowls are so shiny on Bill's carburetor that the reflections are unreal. It is crazy. So we're going to swap the carburetor out real fast. Keith hadn't really messed with carburetor a lot. I messed with the carburetor a ton in my old days. So I love stinky E85 on your fingers. So I'm going to make sure Keith gets that all on his fingers. And you're not going to see me smelling my fingers. Well, you might, because you can't help it, right? I mean, it's corn. So this is a nice car, though, man. I'm really, really excited to mess with it with you. I mean, it looks nice. It looks cool. It is legit. It is like a street car, man.
I had no idea it was as nice as it was.
Yeah, me either.
Y'all can see underneath this car, it is unbelievable. It's like mint in the inside.
It's crazy. It is 100%.
Now, the seats, I actually bought those seats and sent them to Billy because we were supposed to be able to race it in Rockingham, and it was, to me, as fast as it was, I wanted it to be safe for him.
Right.
So we got the 5-point harnesses, we got the new seats in, they're adjustable. But we had some problems, and he was really busy, and it just didn't work out.
Well,
so that's why I had to go.
There.
Yeah, he was busy.
Had a bunch of cars.
Him, Bill, Kenny, Tony, they were all wide open the whole entire time. So whenever he said, what do you think? I was like, you know what, man, just focus on what you're doing.
All right. I mean, that makes sense.
We'll come get it because, I mean, they got a lot of stuff going on up there.
They had a lot of cars at Rockingham. That was for the streetcar bragging rights. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but this thing, they got the nice cage. It's a 850 chromoly cage. It's all TIG welded up. Very, very nice. I mean, you could clearly tell when they got this car, whoever initially started to build, and then when Billy did, the goal was to make it so that it was not like a hacked up race car. I mean, it is nice, man.
All the carpet in it is all there. Battery box in the back with a cutoff. The wheels, when you see this car in person, it's like it doesn't do any justice when you're looking at it on YouTube.
All right,
I mean, it's
that's crazy.
And
what kind of wheels are those?
Kaiser.
Oh, those are Kaisers. Okay. Oh yeah, those look nice.
They're nice, and he put 17s on the front. It sits up good.
Man,
I can't wait to jump in it and drive it in a couple of days once we get everything done. I'm gonna get some spark plugs tomorrow.
all right.
When I go to Charlotte, I'm gonna go grab those and get it turned in a little bit on the carburetor, and it should idle fine and run good.
Well, we're
It
going.
wants to go now.
Right.
It's just a little bit fat because of this hot, thick weather here.
Well, that's what we're fixing to go over to basics. ATM, they send you a spec sheet with this thing. So this is the spec sheet. And like I said, carburetors, I was blow through carburetor forever. They're not very, very complicated. They're basically fuel leakers. A lot of carburetor people get mad when people call them fuel leakers, but that's really what it is. It's a metered fuel leak. So when you look at the carburetor, when you look at it, you have low-speed air bleeds, high-speed air bleeds. The inside ones are the high speeds. Basically, that means as the carburetor, when this thing is wide open, the more air that goes through it, this introduces air into the fuel cavity that makes it so you can have the proper mixture. So you got low-speed air bleeds, high-speed air bleeds. You got them in the front and the back. These are your boosters. That's called an annular booster. And basically this, you see, it takes up a lot of room in the carburetor, in that venturi. This is the venturi here. So that means the more air that goes through this booster, the more fuel it pulls. So this is, I don't know if they've got boost reference power valves on these. Power valve, it's BRs, boost references. So this is the way it works. These are 150 needle and seats, dual needle and seat bowls. Looks like these are made by ATM as well. It's a nice billet center section. This is a very nice carburetor, but carburetors are very simple. They're a very simple beast, and it's a mechanical, it's a double pumper. Of course, when they say double pumper, you have a squirter here and you have a squirter here. And so what's funny is when I'm tuning my EFI right now, I still think in terms of carburetor. So you have the squirter, which is your acceleration fuel. Then this is your main jets. And then this is just helping the idle tuning, and then with the high speeds, like I was saying. So carburetors are pretty easy. They're not super, super difficult, but this is got all the stuff that you need if you want to change it. So this is the jetting that they have. And Keith's going to buy a jet kit too, because I mean the reality is that when you have a carburetor, you got to change jets occasionally.
Yeah. I need to call ATM.
I went to their
website and I was having a hard time finding it.
Right.
But I'm sure if I call them, they have kits that you can buy from them.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna get one of those. I need to do that tomorrow as well whenever I'm driving.
And so like an alcohol carburetor, it requires a lot more, so the jet is a lot bigger in the screw. And that may be what those have. They may be alcohol-sized jets, because you can end up going really big in the metering blocks. So, but your calibrations are all set. That's how your calibrations are set. You got the high-speed air bleeds, the low-speed air bleeds, and in the metering blocks themselves, you have a well that comes up. At some point, if we have to change jets, I'll show you in that. But there's a lot of information on the internet too about it. But basically, you have an emulsion circuit. Basically, as this air, it has bleeds that go up and down in the channel, and that's how
it looks almost like circuitry.
It is.
Whenever you take those off, it almost looks like electronics.
It does. It really does. And so, and the size and the diameter and the placement of those is what creates the fuel curves. Think about a straw. Yeah, everybody has had a straw before. You take a straw, you get a new straw, you stick it in your cup of Coke, and you suck on it, you get a whole bunch of it. Versus if you have one and it has a little slit in it, a little teeny hole, and then you don't get as much. You get aeration. So that's exactly what this does. That's exactly what a carburetor does.
And I
it's very simple.
A lot about carburetors, but they do seem like they've really advanced.
They have.
There's not as much as I remember carburetors like my dad and my granddad working on when I was a kid, and there's a lot less going on than there was, I think, if I remember right. It's a lot more simplified.
What has changed is everything is adjustable now. So if you just buy a normal off-the-shelf carburetor, it doesn't have bleeds that you can change. So you can change all these orifices. You can change them in the metering blocks. You can change. There's a lot tunability. That's what's changed is the tunability aspect. They're able to be tuned, but you got to know what you're doing too to tune them. Which, I mean, back when we were doing blow-through carburetors, CSU was just getting on the block, and they were one of the first ones, and we were using epoxy to get more fuel. We would cover up those holes. We would block the fuel, the high-speed air bleeds completely. So let's get Bill's carburetor off of here carefully. We're going to try not to drop it. Keith's going to handle the carburetor. Bill, if you're watching this, it's Keith's fault if he drops it.
Nope, I'm not dropping it.
He said he's not dropping it.
I might even put rubber gloves on.
But this is awesome, man. So Street Racing Channel, Bill, Billy, they're great family, great folks. Miss Vicky over there. And it's awesome to see the car, and it's awesome that Keith has got it. So like he said, once we get it running pretty good, hopefully, I mean, we'll be able to get some content on our channel with it. I mean, I know Billy and them got some content, but Keith is planning on racing it. He's not really a 5-speed guy. So I haven't driven a 5-speed in a long time, but I'm willing to try.
I had no idea. When I got in the car to back it off the trailer,
right,
I thought something was wrong because that thing is so tight.
Right.
It's like, you just got to experience it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm used to it now.
Because it's a TKX?
Yeah,
something like that?
I guess you call it what, a Tremec?
Tremec TKX, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's super tight. When you push it up in the first and second gear, it's literally like inches. So,
I mean, the worst thing we can do is we can pull a Tony and miss third gear. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. He's got that.
he's got it now.
Now.
He said, what was the matter? I think there was something wrong with the clutch engagement. Was it clutch or was it transmission that he was having an issue with?
He was having an issue with the transmission.
That may have been it. But everybody was giving him a hard time. He kept missing third gear. I don't know if they watched my video or not either.
It had anything to do with that.
Miss Midnight Maverick. I know she's been talking smack to him when he was missing third gear all the time. So let's swap the carburetor out real fast. This is literally going to be super easy. He's already got the linkage off here. All you gotta do is take the 4 bolts off that bolt it down to the intake, these 2 fuel lines, and swap them out. Hang on. All right, so he's dumping the fuel out of this thing. E85 smells like a barrel. Okay, so I just wanted to show y'all something real fast while the carburetor is upside down. That hole right there, that is your idle fuel. So remember, this is below the carburetor. Carburetor is upside down. So this is controlled by your idle screws here and your low-speed air bleeds. So the more turns you have this out, the more fuel that comes through these holes. So you got them on the front and you got them on the back. So that is your idle circuit. So your idle circuit. So if you crack this open just a little bit, so right there, there's going to be a slot. See that slot, that gap? That's called your transfer circuit. So that fills the void when you got fuel coming from the idle circuit. Now you're sucking fuel through the transfer circuit. And the reason that's important is because that is what gives you the fuel until the main jet starts flowing through the booster. So that's how carburetors work. And then you got the same thing in the back. I don't know how. Okay, well that one looks like it's in the. Okay, maybe that back one back there, maybe that's still the idle and that's just an extension for the transfer. But this thing, man, this thing is super nice.
It's nice and
it's nice.
Yeah.
Don't drop it.
I'm not, and I'm gonna shine this bad boy up for you, Bill.
He's gonna shine it up.
Yeah.
All right, so he's got most of the fuel out of it. It's hard to get it all out without taking the bowls off of it, but he's gonna get the majority of it. The majority of it will be out before he ships it.
I can put
UPS might not be happy.
Up to it, blow some of it out.
I'll probably just let it. Yeah, and E85 is going to evaporate. So, all right, let's go put the other one on. All right, so one thing we're doing, we got this thing swapped out. Black Bulls actually do look pretty good too. But so he's in the car, so we're gonna check for wide open throttle. So Keith, push it to the floor and hold it down. And you can see it is wide open, both barrels. So now we're going to go ahead and turn the fuel pumps on. So you want to do this. This is very important. Very, very, very important. Anytime you get a new carburetor or the carburetor's been off the car, remember there's floats in here. So there's a float on this side, there's a float on this side. This is your needle and seat. Now, everything should be preset, but occasionally you might have something get stuck. And so if we put the carburetor bonding on it and we turn the fuel pump on, if it's got a stuck needle and seat, we will know it in about 2 seconds because it will start ripping fuel out this overflow here. So go ahead and turn on the fuel pump. Okay, we're going to do that in a second. Okay, so he's fixing. So just turn the fuel pump on, like click it forward and then off. All right, go ahead and turn it off. All right, do it again. Okay, is your fuel pressure gauge in there? So is that 8? Okay. So there's a couple ways you can run these fuel pressure regulators. The way this one is run, it's the little Aeromotive A1000 regulator. So essentially what happens is the fuel pump comes in to this one right here, and then these go over to the carburetor, and then that's the return. This is the vacuum port, the reference to get fuel pressure to rise. So the way they have it run is they have it run to the vacuum block. The problem with running it to the vacuum block is, like he just said, he's got 8 pounds of fuel pressure, but when it's idling, then vacuum will cause it to go down. So people do it both ways. I don't think there's necessarily a wrong way or a right way. The benefit to doing it like this is when it's under pressure, boost pressure, when the car is wide open throttle, you have 2 more pounds of fuel pressure. So remember, we don't need fuel pressure to get the fuel into the engine. It's not like fuel injectors. We rely on airflow going through the carburetor. It goes through the carburetor, through the venturi, and it sucks fuel out. But you have to have enough fuel pressure. Fuel pressure has to be higher than boost pressure. Otherwise, the fuel can't get into the bowls. So that's the reason they have it run like this. So not a big deal. So he's got it. Turn it on again, Keith. So no leaks. So all I do is, this is the squirter, this is the accelerator pump. I'm just going to push down on it. It's got to get fuel into the squirter cavities, which it just did on the front one. And then we do the same thing on the back. Just push it. And now we got fuel coming in. I just did a couple pumps. All right, Keith, let's try to crank it up. Now, we haven't messed with the idle screws or anything. So every car is different though. This one may crank up and run and idle perfect. Give it 2 pumps of gas, 2 all the way to the floor. Okay, now try to crank it. Okay. It's running good. Let it idle and warm up. Yeah, I was gonna say it. I mean, it's right good out of the box. So the belt squealing is the alternator. Those things, sometimes it has to have a minimum RPM for it to turn on and run. So, man, did you notice the fuel pressure while it was running? Okay, so 6.5. So that's right where ATM wants it to be. So with, like I was saying, with vacuum on it, then that's why it sucked down some. So yeah, so it runs. Let's put the bonnet on it real fast. Put the gasket back on it, put the bonnet on it, and then well, I did see a little fireball come out over here on the side out of this exhaust. We had a little fireball, Keith. E85 smells lovely, lovely. Okay, hang on. Let's put the bonnet on it real fast. It shouldn't take but a minute, and then we'll try to fire it back up. Something I am going to do real fast too. I don't know if Keith's got a heat gun or not, but redneck heat gun. If you lick, oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's better. Go grab it real fast. Redneck heat gun. If you don't have it though, listen. This works good. If you lick your finger, and touch it, and it sizzles, you don't burn your finger. It burns the spit. Yeah, like infrared.
I thought you meant a heat gun to...
Oh, see, look. So we're gonna have to use the redneck heat gun, the redneck temperature gun, infrared gun.
You do this a million times.
So this is how you check to see if each header is going. You lick your finger, and if it sizzles, you just touch it, and you don't burn your finger. It burns the spit off, and then you know that header is firing. So Keith's going to do that side over there. I'm going to do all these on this side. Listen. Yep. Don't hold it on there, Keith. If you hold it on there, you're going to have a... Yep, that was good. See, it ain't burning you at all, is it? It sizzles. You hear it sizzling?
All four of them are sizzling.
Okay, so I'm telling you. We learned that back in the go-kart days back in the day. That's how you check to make sure the go-kart was running good. It was running properly. Redneck heat gun is what I call that. Okay, so let's put the bonnet on it real fast, and we'll be back.
Automatic override for the fan. Oh, so I just flipped it on. It's on now.
But that's 3,500.
Yeah. That's exactly where I put it at.
All right, boys. Well, here you go, man. So Keith turned the two-step down to 3,500, and it was dead on it. Little two-step check. That transmission, I've never messed with a TKX with that short throw of a shifter. Boy, that thing is pretty cool. Well, this is pretty cool, man. Street Racing Channel, y'all killed it. This thing is really nice. He's got a few things he's going to touch up on it. A couple things Billy told him he wanted to do. I think you're going to have fun with that, Keith.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet, man.
Going to be fun. Well, check it out, guys. Appreciate it. See ya.